Hello. Wait, do I have a thing to open up Hollyweird?
Hooray for Hollyweird.
Oh God, how could I forget about that?
Because
Right.
it's been a week, guys.
It has been a week. It's been a week. You could say it's been a war zone, which stay tuned. You might see the debut of a new show. Speaking of new shows, because we haven't finished a single one of our Patreon shows where we rebrand the entire thing. Billy Baloney's Box Office episode 1 is now on Patreon. It's a real hoot. We talk about mainly Jimmy and Stiggs and what was the other one? Weapons.
Yeah.
But we talk about Toxie, we talk about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, we talk about 4K restorations. It was a very fun episode. I really enjoyed doing that.
It was fun.
The energy was a little off. It was a little weird because we recorded at like 5 p.m.
And it was a bad day.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh.
The episode starts with you being like, Lexi said that... Lexi asked if we could wait until after. And I said we should wait until after. And then she showed me something anyway, and now I'm curious.
Oh. Yeah. No, the anger is not worn off, but you know what? I don't want to make this a reoccurring bit. Don't even get me started. You don't want to open up the Hollyweird war zone right now.
Rolling out soon. Workshopping some things right now.
I feel like it would be a little hacky if I just kept hammering home the same thing, but I've got a lot to say and I'll be saying it soon probably. I got a bone to pick. Oh, do I ever have a fucking bone to pick? Do I ever?
Once I stack this new soundboard feature, this is going to be even more obnoxious of a show somehow than it already is.
Hey, I love me a soundboard like what's his name from Howard Stern? Who ran the soundboard? Fred ran the soundboard. He was the best.
It's a lot of fun.
That would be actually a good thing for our upcoming project is if you controlled that and I had no idea, because you're not you depending on what we're doing, you may not be a visual presence.
Yeah, but there's a podcast. There's a podcast I listen to that has it's like a YouTube podcast, so I watch it. But the sound guy on it has the most extensive soundboard. And like if you aren't someone who watches or listens to the podcast, you would last maybe 5 seconds in the show because they're all inside jokes. But my God, is the man gifted at finding the exact right soundbite, deep cut in the exact moment.
You need to get that skill. You need to hone that craft.
I think that is my God-given talent, and I just haven't been able.
You've never had the outlet.
Correct.
Yeah, no, I actually think you might be successful. We'll see on this upcoming thing where we're thinking about doing. So we got the Patreon new episode out. You could go check that out over at patreon.com. We also shipped out all of our stickers to our friends, and we've got new ones coming up very soon, so I'll be posting those. Steamin' King, the Steamin' King draft. By the way, this month, because of the rage in our hearts this month is officially Steamin' King September. There's no doubt about it. I've been steaming every fucking day of September.
No, it's been a long month.
How many days are we in? 3 days in? Oh my God. My heart's about to fucking explode.
It's been a lot. I
legitimately thought it was like September 10th. All right, well.
I was in therapy today, and I was like, and the thing is, I still think it's several more days until everything actually boils over. Like, it's just been getting hot, but it hasn't boiled over yet. And I feel I worry that there is still some time until that happens.
Yeah, like we just need to get it out of the way. It is weird. There's like a bunch of hurdles. I hate that we're talking about something very vaguely, but all will come to fruition soon, maybe. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe we'll go back to just being happy kids. Just a couple happy kids.
Can you go back to something you never were?
No. No, not really. Hey, I was thinking about something. Is Stephen King's real name Stephen King?
I think so.
That is the hardest fucking name.
Is it, or is it just because of what he's done with it?
No, that's a good question. Could you imagine like a nerd in like your elementary school named Stephen King? No, I think that name fucking rocks. I think that name rocks.
Yeah, there was a freak in my school who had a name like that I always thought kind of had the same impact as Stephen King, but he didn't do anything cool with his life.
Oh, well, what was his impact?
He just had a cool name.
Oh, okay.
And he wore like trench coats and wore a lot of rings.
Wow. Okay, well.
He kind of looked like Harry Potter. I liked him. Everyone else hated him. I liked him.
There's so many jokes I want to make, but I'm not going to. Hope he's doing well. Hope he's doing well with his cool ass name. Stephen King goes so hard though. And I love that he was like, hey, I'm going to write this book under Richard Bachman.
Which we'll get into that with the second entry in my picks.
Yeah.
We need to get like a cricket soundbite because I feel like you and I take such long pauses between our words sometimes.
So we do. Sometimes I've heard people be like, I thought the episode paused because you just like stopped talking. But also at the same time, it's just a weird thing when you're in the moment because during the draft, I was like, oh my God, we took like 10-second pauses in between so many segments. There weren't. I edited it, and on our editing software, I can search for the airspace, like nothing, no talking for like over X number of seconds. And it was 5 was the most.
Well, also you and I just have such god awful cases of ADD that it's like, we just get lost sometimes.
We get lost in the sauce, guys. You know,
this is what the new show is.
This is what the new show is. Fucking deal with it. Fucking deal with it. Can I tell you something weird before we kick this off? And we got to kick this off immediately because we have 3 movies to talk about and not a lot of time. The other day, this was like one of the weirdest coincidences. The other day, I don't know why, but I was thinking of bits for the show, and for some reason I thought about pipe smoking, and I was like, pipe smoking's so crazy, like a pipe. And I was like, man, why didn't women get into smoking pipes? Fucking the dark half, asking ye shall receive.
Literally crazy that you said that, because when I was watching it, I was like, I should get one of those. I think it suits me. I think it suits me.
Too. It's so crazy to walk around with a fucking pipe. Walking around with hardware to smoke tobacco is so crazy.
Because it's just like, it's for the ponderer, which I am, you know?
Yeah.
And I really want one.
You could like click your teeth on it when you get good at it. You just leave
it just hand on your hip, like, I'll be damned, you know? I want it so bad.
And in the movies, they're always just swinging that thing around. Like I don't know. It's fucking weird. But ladies, get your pipes on.
Get your pipes on.
Get piped and then have a pipe afterwards.
There you go.
Wait, imagine. Well, oh yeah, you can imagine this. You go both ways. Imagine you have sex with a lady and you're like, wow, that's great. And you're laying there. And then she's just like, hang on one second. And she's like, tapping her pipe.
I would fall in love.
And she just rips a pipe in bed. How long does it?
Did Dr. Loomis have a pipe?
No, I don't. Oh, no, I don't think so.
Why can I picture him with one?
I mean, because he should be, probably.
There's no way he doesn't carry a pipe. If there's anyone in this world who's ever needed to carry a pipe, it's Dr. Samuel Loomis.
I don't think so. I'm looking it up right now. No pipe.
No Interesting.
Pipe. Just a gun. Just a firearm.
Just 5 guns at any time.
Also, it takes 30 to 45 minutes to smoke a pipe, so that would be even funnier in bed. That would just be like, hang on, dude. One whole TV show.
That's so funny. Did I tell you? I know I've told this to you, but I don't know if I've told it on the show. And then we'll start talking about Stephen King. About the glove. Did I tell you? Did I talk about the glove on the show?
I think it was on the show. I think it was. Because we were talking about... Oh, fuck. If it wasn't,
the abbreviated version is my dad used to wear a single glove when he would smoke a cigar, a plastic glove, so that his hand didn't smell. So I grew up thinking that was normal. And when I took up smoking cigarettes, that's what I did. And then when I finally made a friend, she was like, what the fuck are you doing?
But to be fair, best move of all time, because the worst part of smoking cigarettes was always your hand reeking.
And I'll have you know, she recently just picked up smoking cigarettes again. And I was at her house and she said, you had a point and I get it now. It's been 10 years and now she understands.
Wait, how old is she?
20. She's younger than me. She's like 24.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That is still a weird time to start taking up cigarettes. And
it's because she's quitting vaping.
Oh. So we're doing that now? That's so crazy. Everything is so cyclical. It's fucking disgusting. And I love that we pretend like anything is different. It's the same thing every time. Podcasts are now videos. Fucking streaming is cable. It's all the same old shit.
I'm honest to fucking hand on the Bible think that vaping is so much worse than smoking cigarettes because it's like, I mean, you've been in a room with me. It's every 5 fucking seconds because it's just like a... That's true. Habit. With a cigarette, you gotta fucking go outside. You gotta put a glove on. Like it's a whole production.
Yeah. Or you could live like the old days.
When I walk into a place that stinks like cigarette, which isn't often anymore, I feel comforted.
Well, I was never a big smoker. I would smoke when I drank. And then but I would always, and still to this day, if people go outside to smoke, I go with them because secondhand smoke is just...
Did you smoke with us in Salem?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, my lungs would collapse, I think.
We killed like pack very quickly.
Yeah, I know you did. Well, there was like fucking 7 of you.
It was so fun.
Because you picked up stragglers.
I love Sam.
So many stragglers.
That was so fun.
So this movie we got, or this episode, we got Night Flier, we have Graveyard Shift, and we have The Dark Half. That movie's for the birds.
So, all right. So, prefacing this, I think this is going to be like fucking 50% Night Flier talk, 25 Dark Half, 25 Graveyard Shift. Night Flier is the standout of these 3.
Night Flier is the standout. Night Flier is the standout. Night Flier is something else.
It's fucking crazy.
Premiered on HBO November 7th. But somehow had a $125,000 box office, so it must have done a weird little limited release. And this is the tale of a vampire, but not quite a vampire. It's really fucking Dracula. Dracula is running around in an airplane, using the code name Night Flier.
No, that's what they call him. That's what the tabloid calls him. His name is something Renfield, Dwight Renfield.
Dwight Renfield, and Dwight is the name of the guy that played Renfield in the original. Yes, that's correct. So he's flying around with the code name Dwight Renfield, slaughtering people.
Shit you write as like a 9-year-old boy when you're like writing a story that already exists.
100%. And he's in an airplane. What the fuck are we talking about? And so Dracula's running around killing people at airfields. Reasons unknown. However, there is there a reason at the end, sort of, or no?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Also, can't you turn into like 1,000 bats at any given moment? Or are you
turn into
flying
a fucking dog, which he does. Why are you flying into places and announcing you're landing? What are you doing? Also, every scene is at night. The one time he like doesn't have to be a bat or anything. He could just be a normal person and trick these people, but whatever. What can you fucking do? It's also the tale of Miguel Ferrer. I think it's Ferrer. As Richard, who is a lunatic.
I'm Richard Dees. There were so many moments of this where I was like, I get it. Do you think I'm Richard Dietz or no?
Are you sure I'm not Richard Dietz after the last 2 days?
After the last 2 days, but I don't think it's your baseline.
It's not my baseline.
You can go Dietz for sure.
And it's, yeah. Should I play the voice memo I sent you? Just the first part of it. I saved it because afterwards I was like, that, you know what? That is legitimately psychotic.
I started playing it and immediately stopped and just texted you and said, I don't remember. I said something like not even responding to the voice memo because I was just like, this is crazy.
It was not. Should I play it? I should fucking play it. I don't know if there's anything that'll give away what I'm talking about. I'm not going to play the whole thing. What's it?
What the fuck is everyone's job title? It's fucking psychotic. Telling us not to lose my fucking mind. Who the fuck does what? Who the fuck does what? So you can have the fucking call with sending the fucking email at some point tomorrow asking what the fuck is everyone's job title. And
anyway, that's me on a Tuesday. Just trying to relax. Just having a good night, having a great night. What's funny about that is not embellished. That was like true feelings from the gut. You can tell in my voice. It's a different voice.
Yeah, because you almost sound like you're about to cry.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it sounds like. I agree 100% with that. Because sometimes I do like cry because I get so fucking mad.
I try. The truth is like, well, there's two things, right? I like don't fly off the handle anymore because it's like, one, I can't rein it back in. Not even like violence. It's just like, I can't calm myself down. Like if like I'm fighting with like a family member, it's like all of a sudden I'm unearthing gripes that I've had for the last like 20 years. Like I cannot bring myself back down. And sometimes I just get so pissed that like I do start crying and then I get mad, even more mad because I don't want it to be misconstrued as like me being emotional. So like if I start getting really hot, it's like that's how I was with you in Salem where I was like, I am leaving because I was like, yeah. I'm going to freak the fuck out.
Yeah. 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 It doesn't work great. Yeah. No. The two of us, it doesn't work great when we're both escalated. I'm trying to find oh, here it is. It's very reminiscent of the Alec Baldwin voicemail.
You've made me feel like shit, and you've made me feel like a fool over and over and over again. I am going to get on a plane, and I'm going to come out there for the day, and I'm going to straighten your ass out when I see you. Do you understand me?
What a perfect segue back into the Night Flyer.
Me and Joe have talked about that voicemail on the show before because I memorized it when I was like in my 20s, like early 20s, like maybe 19, 20, 21-ish. I'll just say all the numbers in 20s. I memorized it, and anytime I got somebody's voicemail, I would recite the entire voicemail to them. Into their voicemail. I would do it constantly, and I did it to Joe several times. And Joe was like, how do you know that? And And I was like, I literally spent hours memorizing it. You are a rude little pig.
You know what? Oh my God. Can we ever just have an episode? Voicemails are a lost art because, and I only do it with Zach. Occasionally I'll leave you one, but they're never like anything like that special. But Zach and I do it to each other, my brother, where it's like, because now if you get someone's voicemail, you don't even leave a voicemail. You hang up, you text, hey, call me whenever you get a second. Zach and I will leave like in-depth bits on each other's voicemails about like why we're calling. And that used to be a thing. Like voicemails used to be an art form.
Voicemails were an art form, and especially angry voicemails. Cause like now you don't leave an angry voicemail, but I think we got to bring that back. You got to bring back screaming into somebody's voicemail. I remember one of my favorite voicemails, and all my friends loved it, was a dude I worked with, Richard Pringle. He's probably dead now. He was so old. Dick Pringle was his name. That's what he went by, Dick Pringle, but his name was Richard Pringle. Dick Pringle. And he
kind of like Stephen King.
Kind of like Dick Pringle's that's a hitter too. But he was like, I left the windows down in his car, and he's like, just got back to my car and the windows are fucking down. You fucking prick. And then that was it. And my friends got the biggest kick out of that voicemail. I just saved it for years.
Well, and people don't leave voicemails anymore because they get put into rap songs.
That's true. You can't do that.
I am holding on for dear life to this one voicemail I have from an ex like 4 years ago that every time my friend is in town, like, because she moved away, we listen to it every single fucking, because it's the funniest. It's like 7 minutes long. It's insane. It's the funniest thing in the entire world. Like crying and then getting pissed.
All the emotions.
On a voicemail forever.
All right. So, Night Flier. Here we go. All right. Miguel Ferrer. He works for a cheesy, shitty tabloid mag. And they have this segment.
I didn't mean to do that.
Jesus Christ. They have this tabloid, but they run like gruesome shit, and it's so crazy because the movie opens with Miguel screaming at this woman about why they cut his picture of a dead baby. He's like, why'd you cut the fucking picture? And they're like, well, take it up with the boss because he told me not to. And they keep referring to it. They don't even refer to it as a picture. They keep referring to it as the dead baby. He's like, you cut my dead baby. And she's like, the boss cut your damn dead baby. And you're like, what the fuck am I listening to? Like, we got it. We say less. We understand everything.
Okay. I fucking love The Night Flyer, and I have been saying since I first saw it, best King adaptation. And I never mean it. But after this rewatch, I was like, fuck it. I think
I'm going all in.
Yeah, I think this might be my favorite because it's like, I mean, I haven't read the short story and I really want to, so I don't know how unhinged the screenplay is. What's happening?
Don't worry about it.
What the? I don't know how unhinged the screenplay is versus the actual like story itself, but this is like King at his most unhinged, presumably. And it is just when you think, like, I feel like if you ask ChatGPT to write a Stephen King movie, this is what it would spit out. The Night Flyer.
Ooh, see, I disagree to a little bit here. I think the other two movies you chose are way more in line with Stephen King.
See, and I get that. And when I chose The Graveyard Shift, all of these, the three of these are very tonally similar to me for some reason. Sean's putting on his judge costume currently.
Yeah, don't worry about me.
But all three of these are the same tonally to me. They fall into the same bracket in my Stephen King categorizing system in my head. This is the best podcast on earth.
See, so this
That's so loud.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Oh my God.
All right.
Like, what's jingling?
These glasses came with it, and I don't like them. I don't think it works. Don't think it works. All right, Judge Sean is here to talk about Stephen King. The Judge versus the King. All right, so tonally, I feel like Night Flyer is still a little bit off compared to the other ones. I don't know. That said, big fan of the Night Flyer. Big fan of Night Flyer.
It is so underrated, and I knew that before this rewatch. But after the rewatch, because I honestly couldn't remember if it was like a made-for-TV movie, because that's kind of its vibe. But like, yeah, within the first couple of minutes, where the fuck is my fucking dead baby? I was like, oh.
They all have Stephen King, like, I know it's insane to say, like, oh, they all have Stephen King stuff in it. Yeah, no shit. They're Stephen King movies. But there's like levels to Stephen King's stuff. Like The Monkey, you would never know that's a Stephen King.
No.
Do you think? Would you? I would never put that in that category.
Yeah.
These have but the Dark Half and the other one,
Graveyard Shift.
Graveyard Shift. Big vibes there. Big Stephen King vibes that we talked about last week. They just had a different feel. They all thankfully reference a town in Maine, a city in Maine. Thank goodness. We got Castle Rock in two of them, and we got Derry in this one. So bonus points for the Derry, actually. Bonus points. I like when it's Derry. I like when it's Jerusalem's Lot.
Isn't there a mention of Bachman in Night Flyer as well?
I know there's a building called Bachman in Graveyard Shift.
Yeah, it's like the Bachman Mill. Like that.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a Bachman reference in this one. I didn't notice one. I didn't pick up on one.
Night Flyer is the best King adaptation to exist.
Okay.
And like, you were kind of right though. Like, without Miguel, this movie's nothing. Miguel is acting his ass off.
Yes, that is actually one of the things I want to say. And well, actually, this must have been the formula that they used, because really, if you think about the three movies this week, it's Miguel Ferrer, it's Timothy, what's his name? Timothy Hutton, and it's Brad Dourif carrying Graveyard Shift. It was like, they were like, hey, we just need one. We just need one guy to act like a fucking lunatic. And they just found one for each of them. And you're like, this fucking rocks. This fucking rocks. And those guys carry the movies. Brad Dourif's performance in Graveyard Shift.
I can't wait
to talk. I can't wait to talk about that. But Miguel carries this entire movie. There's not much else going on in it. The female lead wasn't very strong.
The female lead, every single fucking time I watch this movie, I haven't seen this movie like that many times, probably like 4 or 5 over like the course of my life. But every fucking time I start this movie, I'm like, don't remember Phoebe Cates being in it. And then I'm like, oh, right, that's not Phoebe Cates. And it happens every single fucking time because it looks like the girl in this role went out for the role in Gremlins 100%. There's no way she didn't.
Oh, that's so crazy.
She looks just like Phoebe Cates.
Yeah. Like dead on. Wait,
that's
who was in Drop Dead Fred? Who was the girl in Drop Dead Fred? Was that Phoebe Cates? Yeah, it was Phoebe Cates. Fuck, that's crazy.
I know.
Because that's what I was thinking the whole time. I was like, this is the girl from Drop Dead Fred for sure.
And they have like the same mannerisms. They deliver lines similarly. Like, I don't know. There's something weird.
There is something, and that is the move, because you see that in movies even today. You'll be like, oh, this movie was written for fucking Chris Pratt or someone. And then it's this guy that like is somewhat famous, but not Chris Pratt level, but looks just like him and plays the vibes, the Pratt vibes. So you got to do that. Anyway, Miguel Ferrer is working at this dirt mag, and then they're like, hey, we want you to go chase this fucking guy, Dwight Renfield. He's flying a plane around. And he's drinking blood, and we need.
What
you
do
to
you
go
think
do
of?
this.
Okay, continue.
No, that was it.
What do you think of the vampire design in this? The costume,
Dude. Legitimately one of the worst vampires.
I'm gonna kick your fucking ass clean into hell. Like, what are you talking about?
Listen. They gave him Dracula's cloak with the fucking like weird neck shield thing, which is crazy. That's a crazy move. And then they made him like a giant rat. Like he's just got 2 front teeth. He should have been the Hey, they mixed up the monsters between Graveyard Shift and Night Flyer.
Well, wait. When rest in peace, Joe, when Joe was still around, this was going to be one of my April Fool Day picks. So like the three of us talked about it when we were in Connecticut, when I was in Connecticut, and we looked up the guy who plays Dracula, and that's just like his IMDb picture. And that's also just like his Google picture.
Yes, that's correct.
No, the Dracula, dude, the vampire, this is what I want. If I want a vampire, like, give me the Night Flyer.
Did you see that Dracula movie from what was it called? The Curse of it was the name of the ship.
Oh, Last Demeter.
The Last Voyage of the Demeter.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's a similar vibe, that monster.
Yeah, I liked it, but it's not.
Like it.
Where's the cape? Like, where's the why? It's like a cloak. It's not.
He hasn't turned into Diva Dracula yet in The Last Voyage of the Demeter.
Yeah.
Imagine if that was like their big, you know how every movie now has to end with like if you make a prequel to another existing movie or IP, you always end it with like, oh my God, he put on the cape, or like, you know, like that Apartment 143 or whatever, the Rosemary's Baby one, it ends with it. Imagine if this weird little monster in the Last Voyage of the Demeter, like throws on the Drac cape at the end, and you're like, oh, and then it cuts to credits. That would have been fucking sick.
I will take Dwight Renfield, the Night Flyer, over literally any other iteration of Dracula any day of the week.
That's crazy, but sure, good for you. We need some hot takes on this show.
This movie has one of the best scenes in film history. It's not even a scene, it's a shot. Literally, dude, the standout of all of the fucking thousands and thousands of vampire films, there is a scene in this movie where Miguel goes to take a piss or wash his hands or something, and he's looking in the mirror, and the door opens in the bathroom, and he's looking in the mirror so he can't see anything, but there's suspenseful, tense music playing. You hear the footsteps. It's suspenseful. And in the mirror's reflection, you see somebody, like you see the stream of bloody piss going into the urinal. And it's so good. And it's like one of my favorite things in the world.
You know what? I'm here for it. You're right. I'm here for it. Dracula's old lady friend has been waiting for him in this. I love that. That we're ready to give Dwight that grand mussy. I wrote
this
that
movie
joke down.
and this guy Mark Pelva, I don't know how you say his last name or what his last name is, but I think it's something like that. He is doing another King adaptation soon for the first time since The Night Flyer. And I am
really
ungodly excited.
Unfortunately, he's going to use CGI, and that's a bummer.
Maybe not.
We also get our Judd for the movie, which, fun fact, every movie you chose has a fucking Judd in it. And I'm curious if every movie has a Judd, or if you just love these Judd characters.
You'll have to point out the Judds to me in the next two, because this one's blatant.
Oh yeah, this one is blatant. This guy works at the airfield, and Miguel Ferrer talks to him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, sorry, these planes fly in. They come from Derry. I don't know what they're doing." And then he's like, by the way, Miguel's like, "Can you tell me anything about this guy's plane?" And he's like, "Oh, just a normal plane. I don't know. Give me the willies." And then Miguel's like, okay, cool, thanks, I gotta go. And then the guy's like, oh wait, you know what? One time I saw a pile of dirt and worms under his plane and it smelled like death. Hey, buddy, lead with that.
But this fucking guy, whoever this fucking guy is, he watched Pet Sematary the night before to like prep for this role. Because like who plays the original Judd Crandall, he's like a really famous actor. I should know this.
Yeah, it's Herman Munster. It's
right.
Fred Gwynn.
Like with him, it's so natural. Like this is Judd Crandall. With this guy, you can tell he is like trying.
Yes, and you can also tell in the other ones. Well, yeah, you one of them you can tell, the other one is all right. But how do we feel about our boy, Jenny Penn Lithgow?
I'm fine with it.
His Judd was pretty fucking good.
I mean, you can't compete, you know?
I'd say it's tie. I would say it's
but
tie.
It's like,
because dude, fucking Lithgow is just so good, and he already has that weird ass fucking voice. Because he has like Fred Gwynn's voice was fucking weird, right? Like it was just a weird voice to begin with, and then Lithgow had the same thing. That's what you need to do that accent.
But it's strange because Judd Crandall, right? Not Creed. Creed's is Judd Crandall. Yeah. Is like the most comforting soul on the planet. And really Lithgow is like all of his roles otherwise are like the last guy in the world you want to ever like cross paths with. Like his sinister energy, not even like just Lithgow's energy. That's how I felt for the longest time. But
yeah,
like Judd is supposed to be like a warm, and Lithgow does kind of give that, but it's so hard to not associate him with like his normal roles.
No, I agree with you. Actually, I actually agree with that. I think even when he's doing his Judd, he's more ominous than he is caring. You know what I mean? Like original Judd is, hey, I made this fucking mistake. We're not doing this. Like, do not do this bullshit. Like, telling you, speaking from experience. No. Lithgow is more like, say what comes out of the woods is gonna get ya. You're like, are you a bad guy? Judd is always like caring and like he loves that family. You know what I mean?
He does. He loves that family.
Yeah. So
he's part of that family.
It's true. We all need a Judd in our life.
I wish I had a Judd in my life.
Yeah.
He's like, I wish. Oh my God.
Well, Dracula is buying Miguel Ferrer drinks, specifically Bloody Marys. Get that? And leaving him notes on cocktail napkins saying, stop now. This is the most reasonable Dracula of all time.
It's kind of giving like Ben Willis, like cutting her hair while she's sleeping, you know?
Yes, for sure. For sure.
Buying him a drink.
and on track with what we were saying, Dracula's a little diva Dracula.
Diva.
Yeah, diva. Anyway, so what else do you have to say about this? So the final encounter, like you mentioned, is pretty cool in the fucking bathroom.
And then it becomes like a zombie movie.
Well, so also, wait, the other funny part about this is he's like, give me your camera. Dracula encounters this guy that won't fucking leave him alone, which I don't even know what Dracula's purpose is, frankly, in this movie, but it's whatever. He's flying around killing people, but he's just like, hey man, leave me the fuck alone. I'm working here, you know? And then Miguel won't stop. So then he's like, give me your fucking camera. Which is the funniest thing a Dracula could ask. Just kill him. What are we doing?
He kind of likes him.
But then he does one other thing. Wait. Is Miguel Ferrer actually Dracula?
That was not my takeaway at all.
Oh.
No.
Okay, because here's what happens. Let me explain my thought process here. Miguel leaves, and then he starts seeing all of the people he photographed coming back to life as Draculas. And then when he comes to, he has slaughtered an entire airport with an axe. Because he was attacking all the Draculas. He murdered everyone in this airport, which is a fucking crazy ending.
Wait, I thought Dracula actually did because Phoebe Cates brings it back because Phoebe Cates is a new reporter. And she's like, do you have any advice for me? And he's like, what the fuck do you know about being a real reporter? And then he says at the beginning of the movie, never publish what you believe and never believe what you publish. So then Phoebe Cates is there at the end of it when the police come in and shoot Miguel dead and there's a fucking massacre around him and Dracula's plane is flying away. And she looks at Dees and looks at the plane and says, never publish what you believe and never believe what you publish. And the cops are like, who is that? And she's like, Richard Dees. But we called him the Night Flyer. So, like, he's not.
Yeah, you're right. He's not. Also, at the end, I forgot that Dracula shows up at the end and is in human form. And it just, like, gives his farewell. Like a onward and upward. But I don't think Dracula killed him. I think he warped his mind.
I will need to rewatch it tonight.
Don't do that.
This movie, that final zombie scene where has a movie ever used more fog? Like even the Wolfman didn't have that much fog in it. I love it foggy though. I really love it.
No. Also, should the next Patreon be you and me fighting about the new Wolfman?
You hate it?
I fucking dog shit.
Maybe.
Anywho, so anyway, that's it. Richard Dietz gets framed for the Night Flyer murders, but the Night Flyer leaves. I suppose he got everything he wanted. I don't know. That's it.
Yeah. I love that the Night Flyer, literally the most grotesque looking Dracula. I mean, maybe Nicolas Cage's was worse, but that's just because Nicolas Cage looks the way he does. He still has like that sexy vampire voice in this though.
He does.
So,
but you don't get to see enough of it.
No, but I really am obsessed with the idea that like vampires just talk like that. And because their voice is so sexy, people just make them sexy when really they look like freaks like that who just happen to have sexy voices.
It's sort of like the Superman got glasses, the Clark Kent glasses.
Yeah.
In certain comic books, they say that the glasses like distort it from humans. That's
yeah.
It. That's fine. I like that. I like. The jury is in. The verdict is in. Deliberation is over. Night Flyer acquitted of all charges of being a bad movie. You're in. You made it. Congratulations, Night Flyer. You are a good Stephen King adaptation.
The best?
No.
Okay.
No, we can't even remotely say that. Fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. Overall though, I did really like it. Much better than I remember. I mean, it's cheesy, it's corny.
Did you look up your like review from when you were like 13?
Oh no, I didn't.
God damn it.
I know. It would probably take me too long to find, but
yeah,
I could probably pull it up. Okay, should I read it?
Yes.
Also, okay, so should I show it to everyone? That would be funny. Oh, I have drive-in totals too. I stole that bit. That's good. All right. Yes. All right, I'm going to pull it up on the screen and I'll read it to the audio audience. All right. So this is my first quote-unquote horror film. And I use that term loosely. that I am reviewing. I just wanted to give a warning. I do rip off my hero, Joe Bob Briggs' drive-in totals. Sorry, but you just can't let a good idea die, now can you? To be fair, he had been off the air for a little while when I did this, so to be fair.
What year was this published?
Oh God, I don't know. I'd have to find out. I don't know. I'd have to look. But I was probably in high school, no, I had to be in high school. This was definitely not outside of high school, or early high school, probably like a sophomore, junior. It was probably on the air for sure. Because I was watching it in high school, like 100%. So wasn't dead, was not dead. Also, I gotta say, props to me, because I could never have shared this ever in my life before. I would have been mortified. Anyway, here we go. Well, I unfortunately couldn't even find this gem listed in Yahoo Movies, so I took it from the HBO store site. ... I think that's the poster. I think I'm referring to the poster. From Stephen King comes a new tale of terror. What flies by night? Okay, so this is just the quote from the letter, from the synopsis. I absolutely love those one sentence descriptions. So as you have read, this movie is very ... but very bad. It had some good gore in it, but other than that, the fact that this demon had to fly a plane around just kind of makes you lose your appeal.
Cannot relate.
Criticism. Fair criticism. It's one thing if he's using his own wings, fair. But I mean, what's so scary about a black Cessna? Disagree. We'll grade Sean at the end of this. We'll judge Sean at the end of this. The black Cessna is scary. Okay, so here are not a review. Okay, so here are the drive-in totals for this beauty. I don't want to read this at all.
No, you're reading it.
1 Cujo repeat. Oh fuck, I wrote that in my notes too. 1 Dracula imposter, 4 slit throats, axe foo, blood urinating, 1 grade A bloodbath, axe included, and several bad actors. A regular grade D film, if you ask me. I'd watch it only if you had free time and brain cells to kill. Besides that, I would kind of stay away from something like this. It'll probably make you go blind. Great.
It didn't.
It was great. High school Sean, guilty on all charges.
Yeah, give him the death sentence.
Lock him up. Put him in fucking horny jail. It's probably where he belonged. No girlfriend, just writing weird shit on the internet.
Isn't that so crazy? Because, well, I guess there is that weird teenage thing, but I'm thinking about it. And I'm like, if I saw this when I was like 15, 16, I still think I would have been like, this is the best fucking movie of all time.
Yeah, it depended where you were, I feel like, in your journey. in your fucking journey through film. I had hit the point where I was like, for sure, pretentious. I was already very pretentious about these things. So like, because on my site, it had this thing that said new grades. The Beach, I gave a 4.5. Or no, that's not true. Neither of those are true. 4 out of 5. 28 Days Later, I gave a 5 out of 5. And then I don't know what this last one is. It's blacked out. But I think I did Requiem for a Dream too, because I was obsessed with that movie. And I was like, this is filmmaking. I knew a guy that put that on at a party, and I hated his guts. Anyway.
That's Zach behavior.
That's fucking crazy behavior.
Yeah.
Watching heroin addicts for 2 hours at a party. You're trying to pre-game? Fuck are we doing?
Put on Night Flyer instead.
Yeah, well, it's like one thing to watch, because the other big one that they watched was what was it? The Johnny Depp cocaine one.
Secret Window.
No. It's, oh my God, people are probably losing their mind. Blow.
Oh.
That was another one they watched, but at least that's a guy like doing cocaine and partying and like living it up. And you don't watch the end where it gets sad and depressing. But Requiem for a Dream is just like, hey, maybe we should stop drinking because I really don't want to end up like these people. Do you have the right mic turned on?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you do. You do. Cut. Next up, we're already an hour in. Graveyard Shift. So King options this movie for $2,500 for some reason. And this is after Pet Sematary. King's decision to option Graveyard Shift for a relatively small amount was motivated by the story being a short story, as well as the company being small, and felt they had interesting enough ideas to warrant a pay-as-you-go type approach. Fun fact, Stephen King hated the movie and named it one of his least favorite adaptations, calling it a quick exploitation picture.
Listen, I've never read the story. I bet you it's exact.
Oh, for sure. And even if it's not, who gives a fucking shit? Who gives a shit? This was fun.
This is so Stephen King coded.
This is very Stephen King coded. October 26, 1990, $10 million budget, $11 million box office. Not doing great. Not doing great. I don't know why I wrote Brad doesn't deserve this hatred.
Do they hate him?
Am I talking about Brad Dourif? Because I feel like everyone likes Brad Dourif.
Brandon, you could be my daddy.
Yeah. Yes. Definitely not that Brad.
I texted Sean while I was watching this and said, why is Brad Dourif hot?
I have an answer. I do have an answer. It's because he's so fucking talented.
Yeah, I mean, when he was like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Goo Goo Gaga.
Goo goo gaga.
Goo Goo Gaga. He aged out of that like very quickly. Like he took a steep decline and then like real fast. It's almost like undetectable. It's like 1 second he was like a little cutie, like little cutie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest Brad, and the next he was this.
It might have been this movie. It might have been 1990 just hit him fucking hard. 1990 was hard for all of us, Brad.
Well, you know what? I'm still hard for you, Brad, even in this. I love you.
Brad is putting on an acting clinic in this. Even giving a monologue, acting-wise, fucking incredible. Absolutely incredible. Dialogue-wise, what he's saying, unhinged. Fucking crazy. One of the craziest monologues you've ever heard.
Oh, I wish we had clipped that and could play it right now.
Oh my God. It's so long.
It is so long.
It's
one thing about Brad Dourif, he's going to deliver.
He is going to deliver. Always.
No matter what.
Always delivering. Brad Dourif, the delivery man.
And I picked this movie because this is one that truly all throughout its DNA is just a Stephen King adaptation and feels like that. And that's what I like. But when I think about this movie, and I do like this movie, I don't revisit it often. But when I think about this movie, immediately the first thing I think of, it's not even the monologue. It's when Brad is talking about the rat infestation and says, we take care of them our own way, and flashes a gun.
By the way, this movie, no one has a clear-cut answer as to what. No one knows. They have 8 million ways to kill rats. No one is using a firm and fast way to kill these rats. Mm-hmm. You see 100 ways that they eliminate rats. And by the way, none of them actually eliminating them.
Dude, having a rat infestation and just using a gun is so fucking funny.
Having a rat infestation and using a slingshot with Coke cans, not going to work. Not even going to remotely fucking work. And then Brad's big plan, which was like out of a cartoon, was somehow running water pipes through it and blasting the water into a stream behind the building. And he just shoots the rats out of this water pipe. And he's like, we fucking did it. Hey, they're 10 feet away from the building. They're just gonna walk back.
Also,
what are you talking about?
Is this movie like a cousin to The Mangler?
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it 100% is. Now, the other funny thing about rats is, can't rats swim distance?
I think so.
Rats, they can swim up to a half a mile. So shooting them into this tiny lake means absolutely nothing.
I mean, you fucking tear the building down. If it's at this level.
No, at this level, you have to just you just fucking gas the place.
Well, no.
Well, you don't want to kill the rats.
I would hang out with them.
Okay. Well, Dourif plays Tucker Cleveland. We've also got a drifter in this. Stephen King's second tier favorite thing is a drifter. He loves a drifter. It might be a first tier. It might be a first tier.
Yeah.
There's a drifter in everything. Some guy just shows up into town and usually a writer though. But in this case, it's a guy that wants to work in a string factory.
God, this guy could be like, this guy could have played grown up. What's his nuts from It?
I don't know those characters.
What is the name of this actor? This episode's a mess. What's the name of this actor in this?
I don't know. He's useless. You want me to pull it up? I'll pull it the fuck up.
He looks exactly like 5 other adult males in Stephen King adaptations.
Yeah, that is true. His name is David Andrews. He played is his name John in this?
I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, it is, because I remember it being the most boring name. His name's John Hall. Yeah, he has just basically done made-for-TV movies. He hasn't done anything else.
He's not bad, though.
He's not. Yeah, I guess. He's outclassed by Brad, though. Like,
I mean, how could you not be?
Yeah. You also got Frank Welker playing the creature. He was the voice of Scooby-Doo from 1969 to 2002.
Oh, really? I did not know that. And then
again in 2020. Yes. Very, very famous, esteemed actor and voice actor. I don't know why he played this creature in 1990, but he did. Also, his films earned a total worldwide box office gross of $17.4 billion. He is also the 4th highest grossing actor as of 2024. This motherfucker made money. Money. Yeah. Yes.
All right. Yes. Humble beginnings.
Humble beginnings. He was the man. So Frank Welker's in it. And then you have the fucking dad from whatchamacallit? Monster Squad. Playing Warwick, Stephen Macht. Stephen Macht. He plays the dad in Monster Squad. He plays Warwick, the boss, in this movie. His voice. So he's the secret Judd in this movie, by the way.
I thought, okay.
Because he's doing the Judd voice. He's doing the Judd voice.
He's doing a weird New England voice that Stephen King thinks people speak with.
But they don't. And this, I thought he looked like the guy from Monster Squad. I didn't realize it was him until I looked it up. But I was like, this sounds like a British guy trying to do a New England accent. Yeah. It was awful. For a while, I was like, I'm not sure this guy's speaking English. Because it sounded awful. And I was like, hey, this is crazy. But turns out it's just this normal American guy who's using such an insane New England accent that you cannot understand him, which might be the most accurate thing.
No, and it only comes out in pieces at certain times.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yes. This movie also strikes me as a Lexi quote-a-thon.
Yeah.
It's a lot of It's a lot of guys being like, you stupid piece of shit. And in just like a slightly weird cadence that Lexi could grab onto and be like, this is the funniest thing I've ever heard. Being like, do you remember the quote from Graveyard Shift? Of course I don't. What quote are you talking about? And you think you might have missed something. And then it's just something like, oh, God damn it. God damn it. But you just grab onto that shit and you're like, this is entertainment.
You are the only person who's caught wind of this. And I don't like that it's out there now.
The quotes you love are so crazy and benign, but you just fucking love them.
The heart wants what it wants.
The heart wants what it wants. So anyway, this drifter comes to town, takes a job at a fucking string factory or something. There's a monster in there. He's killing people. He's throwing people into the cotton shredding machines. I don't think a single factory like this exists in New England, but that's fine. It's fucking crazy. And so this drifter shows up. He starts working there. Warwick's the boss who sexually harasses and also, I think, fucks his employees. Not a good dude.
Yeah, it's that whole undertone was interesting.
It was very bizarre. And also what was weird about it too was it made me think about what we were talking about during Wes Craven with like all of those rape scenes and stuff that were uncomfortable. And we were like, are they necessary? You see a movie like this and you're like, they're not. Because this guy, you just want to fucking put a bullet in his fucking head. You like, he's such a sick piece of shit preying on the women that work with him. That's all you fucking need. That's all I needed. And I wanted to fucking murder him.
The craziest scene is the one where he almost punches that woman in the face in a crowd.
That was crazy.
And literally no one does anything until John just holds his hand. Yeah, until the drifter blows into town. There's literally like 30 people in a circle around them just watching.
The entire town is outside watching this because she's making a fuss, so they all come out. It's fucking wild. And he gives them plenty of time to act because he knocks her to the ground. He knocks her, and he's holding that fist cocked back for so long that you're like, hey, anyone want to fucking step in on this? This would be a great time to save this woman's life.
And not even men. Like, there are so many women in the crowd who work there who know that, yeah, she's going to get punched in the face unless someone stops this.
Correct. Oh, I found the Lexi quote. It was, one of them, because there was a few. But one of them was a guy in the basement going, this is bullshit. A whole bunch of bullshit. And I was like, oh, Lexi probably soiled herself laughing at that. Thought that was high art. Dourif and the drifter kind of become friends. Dourif is their on-staff exterminator doing a terrible job. But also probably the best job to have for job security because you'd just be like, all right, I'm just going to leave a bunch of rats here and they'll just keep multiplying.
Yeah.
I'll just have a job forever. He then gives the monologue that lasts about 4 minutes and it's him explaining why he doesn't like rats. Which I don't think you have to explain that to most people.
Yes, you do.
And his reveal is that in Vietnam, they used rats to chew through things. And he tells a very graphic tale of his friends being eaten alive by Vietnamese rats. He even calls them VC rats, which is kind of crazy. But
dude, ripping off jaws and doing that with it is so crazy.
That is. You do get a Castle Rock reference in this also. You do get that. The owner Fred, oh, Jesus Christ.
Keep it on.
Warwick, he is trying to expand the building into the basement. Dude, this is the dumbest storyline.
Stephen King's a dog shit writer.
Well, see, here's the thing. Here's the weird part. The cover art has a man in a mining helmet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Graveyard Shift novel. I need to pull this up real quick. Did this take place in a fucking mine shaft?
No, but the Blu-ray, I have the Blu-ray and the VHS, and they both have. Also, yes, I have the Blu-ray and VHS and made you find a way for me to stream this. But the Blu-ray, it's like two different versions you had to find. But the Blu-ray and the VHS both have that skull with like the mining hat on it.
That's so weird because they're not mining. Although there are scenes that will make you think they're mining, but they are technically in a basement.
Right.
And that is very clear. That is very fucking clear. They hammer that point home that it is a basement that they are trying to turn into more factory space. And he keeps sending people down there and they keep dying and disappearing. And he just keeps sending them fucking down there. I have to say this. So let's just spoil this. The creature in this is a bat.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Are we in agreement?
Yes.
Hook fingers, wings. It can swim very well, which is bizarre. We'll get to that in a minute. It is a bat. I'm reading the synopsis
is this just the Night Flyer?
That's what I'm saying. They switched the creatures. I think Night Flyer creature was supposed to be in this, and this creature was supposed to be the Night Flyer guy, because that would make way more sense. But also I'm reading. I almost want to read this whole plot because it's kind of crazy. This is so wild. So a monumental rat infestation has occurred in a mill. The rat empire, cut off from the rest of nature, has allowed the animals to evolve into a strange and varied combination of creatures, complete with its own bizarre self-sustaining ecosystem. They are large armored rats, albino, weasel-like rats that can climb up walls or burrow through the ground, and bat-like rats. Okay? So those are the rats. But they make a discovery in the sub-basement that no one could have ever dreamed. A cow-sized queen rat with no eyes or legs, whose only purpose is to endlessly breed more rats.
What a life.
Hey, that sounds like the movie you should have fucking made. That is fucking disturbing.
Stephen King was off his fucking nut.
Dude, he was fucking crazy. What year was the book written? Oh, 1970? Yeah.
He was off his nut.
I think he was off his nut in 1970. That makes perfect fucking sense. That is the most fucked up thing I've ever read in my life. A cow-sized queen rat?
That's how people explain me.
I was going to make that same joke. Well, if you're the queen rat, then I'm just the fucking armored albino weasel rats. Anyway, yeah, no, that's fucking crazy. Yeah. One of the mistresses gets taken down. You see the big old rat mouth. Cue 1960s Surfin' Safari by the Beach Boys.
Dude, I lost my mind because I forgot about it. Showing rats
getting fire hosed.
But when you first hear the Surfin' Safari cue, you're looking at a rat on some sort of plank floating through water.
Correct. And then it cuts to guys just hosing down the rats.
How did they get Surfin' Safari for this?
I don't know. It's so weird. But King will find a way to throw in a 1960s fucking bippity boppity tune He can't live without it. He cannot live without it. Brad Dourif is dipping constantly. Also, okay, so now we have cans with slingshots. We got a gun. We've got the water cannon that shoots him into the lake. We got the internal water cannon, the fire hose. And we will also now have Brad Dourif giving another monologue about his dog who drinks liquor and kills rats. And he gives us an explanation we don't need about how the dog could be playing on the beach, but he has instead made his life miserable and trained him exclusively to hunt rats. Okay. Cool. By the way, the last we see of that dog, not part of the story. Dourif's also dipping constantly. I fucking love that guy. That guy rocks. But he gets smoked by a piece of concrete to the head, which is pretty fucking sick. Would love to do that to a few people this week. Drop a fucking concrete cylinder on their fucking heads. How about you sell an ad for the podcast network instead of fucking worrying about emailing me?
We have time to know if that has to be cut or not. We'll find out tomorrow.
I'm not cutting it. Anywho.
Any hoozle.
Any hoozle. Anyway, so they're in the basement of this thing. There's a mine shaft. I don't know. Oh, also the basement has flooded. No, I shouldn't even say that. The basement drops down even further into just a pit of water that can hold an entire man who has to swim to stay up.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. We finally see our monster. Also, they're carting around like a casket for a little while. That was weird.
That movie's weird.
Fully explain that either. Great special effects though. I really liked it. And then what's his name? I keep wanting to call him Willow, but it's not Willow. It's Warwick. Who Warwick Davis played Willow. That explains that. Warwick sees the bat and we get the first looks at it. And he goes, "We're going to hell together." And this dude gets fucked up. This bat just fucks this guy up beyond fucking recognition, just fucking devours him.
It's kind of like the Dark Half.
It is a little bit. And John the Drifter witnesses it and just kind of like nods at the bat like,
I mean, right, yeah.
For sure. But he's also terrified of the bat, so he like runs away. Anyway, it all comes full circle as the monster falls into the thread maker and John puts him in it, uses the trusty slingshot and a can of Coke, although he misses. But then he finally hits it and it chops up our rat queen. And then we get this bizarre song to end the movie that's like this weird jazzy upbeat remix of quotes from the movie.
So hard.
Oh, you rock.
Damn! The graveyard shit.
This song is crazy.
Law, American. This place is infested.
What a weird fucking song to end a movie with.
You got a plan?
And it's not particularly quotable. I love that part.
I think we need to bring this back into filmmaking.
Yes, I actually agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Like, you used to just get these bonkers fucking songs over the end credits.
Yes. Yeah,
and
bring
I think
that back.
that you need to bring it back. And even if it wasn't that, like, they used to hire people to write songs about the plot of a movie to play at the end of a movie.
The Addams Family rap?
And we need it back.
We do.
Like the Ballad of Harry Warden.
And also included in that is bring back the My name is Sean, and I'm here to say rap songs for the movies.
I agree. Can we write some?
Yeah, let's hash that out. That would actually be super fun to do for like a dumbass movie. UG Satisarray. All right. What are we doing? What do we think about Graveyard Shift?
I almost never rewatch it.
It's not that bad though.
It's not that bad, but it's not that good.
No. It's also not like the funnest watch, most fun watch.
That's what I'm saying. Is like this isn't what I reach for. It's not like entertaining. Like you have Brad Dourif who carries it. He carries the runtime even when he's dead. But like
yeah.
I don't ever come back to the Graveyard Shift.
No. Fuck. You know what we gotta have? We gotta get a Hachi Machi drop on this thing.
Ooh, we do. We need to get a lot on this.
Yeah, we do. All right, here we go. The jury's deliberated. They've come back. They're handing me the sheet of paper here. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a hung jury. Hachi Machi. Hung jury.
We need a gasp sound effect.
Hachi Machi. Hung jury. Take it or leave it. I don't care. Graveyard Shift. It's fine, but it's also terrible.
Yeah, it's whatever. I'm combing in my brain right now whatever recordings we have of Joe, because I'm like, what can we turn into sound bites from that?
Oh, we've probably got some good stuff.
We got some good stuff.
We do have to, but we have to honor him in that way.
Yeah, Joe, are you ready? Like, where are you, brother? Like, what are you doing?
He's busy watching The Dark Half, our next movie. I know I already said the joke I wrote down here, but this movie's for the birds. Okay. There's birds in the movie. $15 million budget, $10 million box office, 2 stinking hours, and directed by Mr. George Romero. Of all people.
Okay. I have a weird relationship with The Dark Half after this viewing. Because on paper, I fucking love this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the longest movie ever made?
It's so fucking long.
It's so fucking long. Like, Romero just does that. And it's like, brother, cut to the fucking chase.
Yeah, I don't understand the 2-hour runtime in this at all. But I really like this movie.
I love to hear that. Here's my other thing. This movie, little Lexi information here for you. My natural like body sleep schedule, like genuinely is like go to bed at 5 a.m., wake up at like 2 p.m. And I guess growing older and older, I can no longer honor that because of life. And this movie was like, I watched it at like 7 p.m., didn't sleep super well, woke up at like 9 a.m. It just wasn't right. This movie is made to be watched after a night that I slept well and I started at like 11:30 p.m.
I like that.
That's how this plays best.
That's fun. Yeah, this movie's a little, but Timothy Hutton is so good.
The movie, I love it, but I hate it. It's just, it drags in a lot of spots that it doesn't need to, and it drags in a big way sometimes.
I'm trying to see if you have a Letterboxd review for it. I do not for some reason. You gave this motherfucker 4.5 stars.
That's what I'm saying.
And a like.
Did I review it? Did I leave a comment?
Let's see. Liked, watched, and rated. No, you did not leave a comment.
Also, listen up, bitches. I have been saying this since I saw Malignant in theaters, since I left the theater for Malignant. Sound familiar? Plot of Malignant. Sound familiar?
It does. Dark Half was not released for 2 years after its completion because of Orion Pictures' bleak financial situation at the time. The film eventually saw its release in the United States April 23rd, 1993. Nominated for a lot of useless awards. The Fangoria Chainsaw Awards nominated literally everybody for everything.
Yeah.
Best Actor Timothy Hutton, Best Actress Amy Madigan, Best Supporting Actor Michael Rooker, Best Supporting Actress Julie Harris, Best Wide Release The Dark Half, Best Screenplay George Romero, Best Soundtrack Chris Young, Best Makeup Effects John Volich, Everett Burl.
Who gives a fuck about any of these people?
I want to see. Yeah, should we? I'm not. Should I bother looking that up? Fangoria Chainsaw
Here's
Awards?
my question for you. Versus this, and I'm gonna say The Shining. Which one is like the most self-indulgent? It has to be this one. This has to be King's most self-indulgent story.
My note here is this is the fucking Shining. Like, this is very Shining-esque, in my opinion.
It shares elements, obviously, like, for sure. But, like, just in terms of, like, George Stark, Richard Bachman, cocaine beatings, like, this is the most, I don't know, where it's just like, brother.
Yeah.
He doesn't even try.
Yeah, it's true. Timothy Hutton will also go on to be in another Stephen King adaptation. What's the window? Secret Window?
He's in Secret Window?
He is in Secret Window.
I don't remember him in that.
I want to try and find out who's been in the most Stephen King movies, but I think Mick Garris would fuck that up because of the guys he reuses, you know, and he's done a few of them. So it's like, oh, shit. Like the guy from Wings for sure is going to have a bunch because of that.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah.
Who has acted in the most? The main actor is just telling, shut up, Google AI. You're a fucking joke to everyone. Oh, it's because I typed in missed, not most. Just kidding, Google. Love you. That one wasn't on me. That one was on me. Keep talking. I'm doing something.
Sorry. I was reading the 1993 Fangoria Chainsaw Awards. But I don't see this movie listed anywhere in it. So could it have been the 1992? Wait, what year did this come out, did I say? 93?
Something. I see Bill Croft is leading with 3. It, Needful Things, in the Dead Zone. John Cusack also sitting at 3. William B. Davis sitting at 3.
He was in Dreamcatcher too, wasn't he?
Who, Cusack?
Yeah, no? Or am I
it doesn't come up on his IMDb thing. Oh, Matt Frewer. But yeah, every single one is a Mick one, so we're going to go ahead and count that out.
In the 1992 Chainsaw Awards, Clint Howard and Cynthia Garris presented Best Supporting Actor and Best Supporting Actress. Mr. Steal Your Girl, fucking Clint Howard. The Dark Half isn't on here. Oh yeah, it is. It's right here. Going toe to toe with Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park for Best Supporting Actor, Michael Rooker. You didn't stand a chance, brother. You didn't stand a chance. Dude, the shit that they nominate for this is so fucking dumb. It's crazy.
So there are actually a lot, like Mick adaptations excluded, of people who have been in at least 3 up to 5 of them. I'm looking at Henry Thomas right now, who's been in 5. But by far, the person who has appeared in the most Stephen King movies is Stephen King. Yeah.
I'll allow it. I love it. That's a perfect answer.
Is Stephen King my favorite actor?
He is. A+. Jury didn't even deliberate.
We need to make a sticker that says my favorite actors are Wes Craven and Stephen King.
I'm adding it to this sticker note that I started today for my list of stickers to make. Also, cue in Elvis, Are You Lonesome Tonight from 1960, Stephen King's favorite year.
I actually thought about you when I watched it because you had made that comment last week, and I was like, oh, he has a point.
It's every fucking movie they'll try to cram it in. It's not even necessary in this movie. And I'm not even 60. Yeah, I guess time-wise it kind of would work out age-wise for the guy. But anyway. Anyway, this kid's got these head things. They operate on him. And what do they find in his brain? Immediately, you're 10 minutes into the movie, they open this kid's head and they find an eyeball, blinking eyeball, and a tooth with a cavity.
It's so fucking disgusting. It's like not even funny how fucking vile it is. And what's so funny is I haven't watched this movie in a year or two, but like I remember it well because I do regard it as like one of my favorites. And so I got up to like pee or something and just left it running. And when I came back, it was like during the opening sequence. And I was like, I should probably run that back just to make sure I didn't miss anything important. And it's
It takes place in Castle Rock. And yeah, so this kid has an eyeball and a tooth in his head. We go, and there a bunch of birds fly around. Also,
I just can't get over how fucking disgusting it looks.
It's so disgusting. And one woman has like a very visceral reaction, and it's great because she like storms out, one of the nurses, and she's the one that sees all the sparrows flying around. The doctors that are operating on this kid, cool as cucumbers, acting like
they're
this
like
is not their first rodeo.
She's like, and one of the doctors is like, remember where you are. It's like, there's a blinking eyeball in this person's brain.
You would have to do a stand down. You would have to be like, take a step back. What are we looking at? And what the fuck do we do?
Also, what, in 1960 something? Like, what?
Yes. That's actually that's an incredible fucking point. Because, yeah, he's probably between 10 and 13, right? 1960. So 23 years later would be 83-ish, I guess. Or even if it's later in the 60s, it still takes place in the 60s. And then that brings you up to 90s-ish range. So it makes perfect sense that is the time period. And yeah, I don't know what's happening.
If this happened today, doctors would pass out and faint. If this happened during this time, they would blow this kid's brain eye and out. Like, they would put him down.
No matter what time period, they're closing it back up, they're sewing it back up, and they're like, hey, we need to call every doctor in the world and bring them in, because what do we do? Instead, these doctors are like, let's just pull out this tooth and also this fucking eyeball. Oh, and the parents want this so they could bury it because it's his twin that he fucking absorbed in childbirth. Sure, let's do that. That's fine.
This is the grossest. This is the grossest. Like, I don't know. This is the most sick and twisted and depraved King. Like, and just the effects. I hate it. I don't know. I haven't been able to like stop thinking about the eyeball blinking because it's like fleshy and like. Oh,
it's gross. It's so fucking gross. It's so fucking gross. I also love that Stephen King has no real twists in his movies. He kind of tells you everything up front. Like Graveyard Shift, you're like, oh, this is for sure a giant rat. And in this one, they show you the eye and the tooth in it. They could have, I think any competent filmmaker would have been like, oh, that's the story we tell later as things unfold, because holy shit, that's a crazy reveal. We don't need to give them that info because they will know the answer to the entire movie.
But not really. Because ultimately...
Well, okay. Wait. Fair point.
Ultimately, this has nothing to do with the plot of the movie.
Correct. So, Maybe he's a genius. Because the whole time you're like, hey, okay, the brother lives inside of him. He controls him. Great. Which is true to an extent.
That's what James Wan did.
Yeah, but that's what happens here. But then also his alter ego, George, which was also his pen name, George Stark. Go figure. George Stark is also a totally different individual. And we know this because there's multiple witnesses to this occurring at the end. So yeah, not quite sure what's happening here.
It has nothing to do with anyway. Every time I've ever watched this movie, I have to like go to old forums and like read people talk about it because I'm like, wait, what?
It's so weird. It's so fucking weird. It's so fucking weird. And they do set it up that way because the whole movie, he's like, I don't write it. George writes it. And like talking in third person the whole time, being like, I don't know, man. He's sick and fucking twisted, this guy, George. And everyone's like, you're an idiot. And ultimately, he is an idiot because George is a real person and is wandering around. But is also a zombie?
No, he's a manifestation.
Well, why is he disintegrating?
Nobody knows.
Oh, good.
Well, he's like dying because George Stark is dying.
Oh, right. Well, I guess that'll...
Like, the George Stark that we see, like the killer in this movie, is supernatural.
Right.
But...
I'm sorry, I'm reading the plot to the actual...
What is the actor named in this?
Timothy Hutton?
Yeah, so you start this fucking movie by showing that the kid has a eyeball twin in his brain, and then they get rid of it, and then he has 2 twin children. So like the twin theme is like carried throughout the movie. And then George Stark is played by Timothy, whatever, done up in completely different makeup, different hair, but it's the same guy playing both characters. They're not even remotely related to one another. It is like a supernatural manifestation of his pseudonym. That's all there is to it.
Interesting thing is, so it looks like the book is very accurate to the movie.
What year did he write this?
1989.
Off his nuts still.
When did Stephen King get sober? Around 1988 or 1989. So he was in the throes when he was writing this. He was in the throes.
This reflects a man becoming sober.
This really does. It truly
well, right?
does.
Because I mean, like, that's what George Stark is. But it's also like Richard Bachman. Like,
yeah, for sure. The interesting thing is, it's suggested by Alan Pangborn that Thad's wife may be having serious doubts about the future of their relationship. She is appalled that Thad not only created Stark, if unintentionally, but that a part of him liked Stark.
Can we like relax? You know, like,
yeah, no. An adventure video game adaptation was released in 1992.
On what? Station?
MS-DOS.
Like what? What the fuck is MS-DOS?
It's before Windows. It's what I used to do. I used to code with my daddy. It's true. Commander Keen, fucking the original Duke Nukem. That shit fucking rocked. The Dark Half video game. What does that look like? Oh my God. I think I might have to play this and put it on Patreon.
I want to see.
Dude, the picture is so fucking funny. Why is this a thing? Oh, fuck it. It just went away. Hang on. I'm going to pull it up for the video. So in the picture, they have a pixelated version of Thad and Stark together. Okay, Thad, what shall we call the next Alexis Machine novel? They're talking to each other.
Please get this somehow.
It's abandonware, so you could just download it for free now. Oh my God. There's pictures of like pixelated the surgery room, the eyeball. Oh my God. And you have to like walk around as Thad, and it's like a push thing. So you like push buttons that say look, walk to, open. Dude, fucking crazy.
This kicks ass.
This is awesome. I think I have to do a playthrough on Patreon.
Yeah,
what
for
the
sure.
fuck? They even like animated the woman getting the agent's ex-wife getting her throat slit while on the phone. This is crazy.
Meanwhile.
Ring ring. Oh my God. I know we should, this is probably not fun for audio, so sorry, but this is, just Google it. It's so crazy.
Oh my God, the prosthetic leg.
The prosthetic leg. Oh my word. Okay, well, that's fun. That's a fun Patreon thing to do. I'm gonna fucking do that. That sounds like a blast. Also probably the most boring thing of all time.
Well, there was no demand for that.
Zero. But see, here's the thing.
Make a shooting game for Graveyard Shift where you're just like blasting rats.
Blasting rats. That's the name of the game. Blasting rats, the Graveyard Shift. I'm gonna be blasting rats this fucking Demon King September. Blasting all the fucking rats talking shit. Anyway, Dark Half, the video game. Oh, I was gonna say, back in the day, like MS-DOS, like people didn't have home computers around that time. I mean, they did, right? Because we had one, but my dad had one because he was a programmer. So I think most people were probably like my dad that were using computers and could operate games and shit. So I feel like, and my dad was obsessed with Stephen King. I should ask him if he played this. I guarantee you he fucking played it.
Yeah, that would actually be really interesting. Yeah.
Only dads were using MS-DOS at like work. And so they were probably like, Dark Half the video game?
That's you right now.
It is. It is. I mean, that's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. Dude, the fact that it's like scene by scene for it is so wild. Anyway. Woo. So anyway, George Stark, Thad is the guy. George Stark is his pen name. He's going through this process where he's burying George. He's over it. That's when George comes out and starts fucking with him, leaving notes like the sparrows are flying again. The crime scenes are riddled with Thad's fingerprints and evidence out the wazoo to lock this guy up. And our boy Michael Rooker is playing the sheriff, who just is every fucking scene. It's every other scene he's in, and he just always, somebody gets murdered by whatever the fucking.
By all accounts, Thad. It's not Thad, but
George. Anytime George kills someone, the sheriff shows up at Thad's and is like, "Listen, I'm very aware you did it," and then Thad'll be like, "Well, why aren't you arresting me?" And he's like, I don't know. He doesn't really have a reason. And as the murders
at one point,
as the murders progress, he's like, yeah, we actually have witnesses that say they saw you there and your fingerprints are there and you don't have an alibi. And I just can't arrest you right now. It's like, he is responsible for the death of many people because of this.
A lot.
Thad also likes drinking milk from a wine glass, which is sick. Lock that guy up, actually. That guy's fucking ridiculous. Also, you get your regular Stephen King show up where you're like, oh, yep, it's a Stephen King movie, which is when the sheriff is like, yep, he was killed in a gangland manner. And Thad's like, oh, he was shot, executed? Nope. They cut off his dick with a straight razor and shoved it in his mouth. Oh, that's a gangland murder now? I don't remember Bonnie and Clyde shoving dicks into people's mouths. It's fucking crazy. Like, yeah, that's Steven. That's Steven right there. That's him for sure. You get the female professor smoking a pipe. We already talked about that.
Love her.
Yeah. And basically just Georgie dicing people up. Everyone you could imagine that Thad knows is being murdered. George also walks like a fucking lunatic and just carries a straight razor around. One of his best lines. He's killing a guy in the hallway of an apartment building. Guy opens his door. Is like, what's all the commotion out here? And George goes, murder. Want some? And the guy closes the door.
Pulling that for the soundboard.
Yeah, that needs one. Also, great moment in that scene is the cops show up and he's like, huh? And hides behind a plant, which you're like, I don't remember seeing a plant, so I'll give him whatever. I'll give him some grace in this moment. It cuts out and you see the plant. It's right next to the elevator and it is no more than an inch thick plant that a grown man is hiding behind. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy.
I read one of the Letterboxd reviews I think was like, we all know the story about what a fucking dickhead what's his name was on set, but I didn't look into it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Timothy Hutton?
Yeah.
Was he going
dark half?
Was he going dark half? No, was he method acting? Anyway, George starts turning into a disgusting freak, I guess, because he's dead. And
presumably.
he kidnaps his wife and kids. This whole time you're like, well, it's Thad, right?
Right.
Then Thad shows up and him and George have a fucking lamp off in front of the kids, just smashing each other, whacking each other with lamps laying around. The spare lamps in the room. And they have a full fight and you're still like, okay, well, just the kids are in there. The wife's not in there. So this still could be a thing, like a figment of his imagination. But then Thad calls his sparrows home and they rip George apart. And you're like, it's disgusting too. It's fucking vile.
It's so good though.
You're like, okay, here it is. There's going to be no evidence and only Thad is remaining. Nope. The sheriff shows up. His wife shows up. And they watch George get torn to shreds. And then then you're like, killed Thad too. Because Thad kind of said like, we're done here or whatever. Like he used the we, like we're done. Then Thad just stands up and is like, oh, thank goodness that's over.
Well, also, this like stood out to me. And I was like, what? At one point, George has both of his babies. And Thad is like, is holding a gun somehow at both of them and is holding two babies and I'm aiming a gun at them. I don't know. And Thad's like, you just give them to me. And he's like, you can have one. And he doesn't even hesitate and just grabs one of them.
That's
like
so
clearly wanted that one.
So I watched this with James. He watched part of it with me and then he was like, I'm good. He said the exact same fucking thing at that scene. He said the exact same thing. He was like, he didn't even think about the other kid. He was like, that was so weird.
He didn't. And I think he left the daughter.
He did. What a guy.
Like, look at her regretfully. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Now, I know we've kind of touched on this subject before, but like you're Stephen King's child.
I was just going to ask.
So clearly that's Dad. We've seen that version of Dad, not our favorite version. That's Dad. That's Mom. Who are they?
Well, and even the wife, Amy Madigan, is a redhead. Like Tabitha King is a redhead. Like, yeah.
It's a little funny. It's a little funny. Huh. You watch that with them as like a teenager and adult. You're like, huh. So what was the inspiration, Dad? Could you outline which characters were which?
I've asked Laura and my mom in conversation because we were talking about like Sophie's Choice once or something. And I was like, who would you kill? And she was like, one time she answered and said that she would rather kill all 5 of us than only some of us.
That's scary.
And then the last time it got brought up, she said, she didn't say anything. And I said, you have an answer. I can see it in your eyes. And she was like, I'm not going to say. And I was like, but you know. And she said, all I'll say is it would be whoever I think would understand it the most. And I was like, what does that mean? Like, what? The one who like contributes the least to society. What are we talking about?
The one who would understand killing 4 children the most. The one who gets it.
See, you're so lucky you only have 1 kid. Like, you don't have to deal with that situation.
No. Also, back to that Stephen King point, it always reminds me of the David Lynch thing with Eraserhead.
Mm-hmm.
With that, you've seen Eraserhead, right?
Yeah.
The disgusting freak-ass baby reptile. And then Stephen King, David Lynch was like, oh yeah, that was when I had a baby. I'd just gotten married and had a baby. And that's the movie that came out of that. He's like, I hated every moment of it. Like, imagine being his kid and being like, huh. Oh.
Zach, my brother sends me that picture literally once a week and says, this is what you looked like when you were born.
It's probably true. Fucking hatched. Anyway, the sparrows put a rift into space and time and fly out of it. And it turns into a star. Every time a flock of sparrows eats a manifestation of a man's absorbed brother, a star is made.
The sparrow CGI actually looks so good, though.
So I'm like 90% sure. There's like, fuck. I feel like there's like a video that was like kind of viral. Because I think they explained how they did that. And it was like a big thing, but I can't remember it.
It looks good.
It does look good.
And like George Stark getting eaten to death looks good. That's like where Romero, it's like, yeah, this is Romero.
Oh yeah, for sure. Actually, that's a good point. Yeah, that was very much him. It is pretty gory. What are we feeling about this Flickaroony?
Love it.
The jury is here. They've handed in their ballots. In the case of The Dark Half, we find the defendant not guilty. Wait, no. On the one charge of being a bad movie, we find the defendant not guilty. On the second charge of it being a movie you don't really want to rewatch because it's 2 hours and it's fucking weird. It is guilty as fuck.
It is
no
so
time served.
Time served already. Like,
time served, community service. Give us an abbreviated cut.
Give us an abbreviated cut. This movie would fucking rock with an abbreviated cut.
Yeah. And get out of my fucking courthouse. Get out of my courtroom. Lexi, your choices for Stephen King month. A+, innocent. let her go. She has chose the right flicks for this month. Good job, Lexi. Proud of you. That just rolled so far away. I can now take off this judge shit. So my movies. So we got The Running Man. That's going to be a nightmare for you. Can't wait. Salem's Lot. Curious. That's a curious one. That's a curious one for me. I don't know what you're going to feel like about that. Now, for my third movie, I just love a newer movie, and I don't think Joe and I ever really did an episode on It Chapter 1. That's striking my fancy as my third one.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, yeah, I don't know. Like, Running Man's the outlier if you do it. But then if you do 80s, then Salem's Lot is the outlier. And I'm such a thematic girl, but like, live your truth. Like, for some reason, I feel like my three movies have like a connective tissue.
So, okay. So here, of course you do. Actually, she did. Her deliberation on the third movie was fucking crazy. All right. So I think my theme, though, is sort of the outliers of Stephen King in general.
Okay. That's
Salem's Lot remake. Not the most widely, I don't want to say well known, but it's not discussed, not in the public conversation. Running Man, not considered a Stephen King movie by most. You know what I mean? No one's like, name your Stephen King movies. What would be the next one to that? What would that fucking look
Dolores Claiborne?
Fuck me. Is it Dolores Claiborne? I mean, this episode's going to be 2 hours, and we probably will have not a lot to say about Dolores Claiborne. So I'm kind of leaning towards Dolores Claiborne right now. Obviously, Stand By Me would probably be a choice in that category, in my opinion. It's kind of an outlier.
Yeah, but it's not horror.
It's not. But Dolores Claiborne, I don't know if that is either.
That one would be for the bit.
That one would be for the bit. We got Riding the Bullet. Secret Window? How does Secret Window?
Secret Window.
I've never seen it.
You need to. That's the Braces one.
I know which one it is. You've told me that 3 times.
You need to see it, I think.
Is that our outlier? I mean, that is a weird outlier.
It is a weird outlier, and I don't want to pressure you into anything. So go with whatever your heart desires, and I will respect it.
It's so fucking hard to choose. For
some reason, I just had... You're wearing a judge costume, and you just said it's so fucking hard to choose. And for some reason, I felt like I was someone sitting on a porch on Halloween, like handing out candy, and you're trying to figure out which piece you wanted. It's so fucking hard to choose.
It is so hard to choose. All right. Fuck. All right. What is Mercy? No, I'm not doing Mercy. I feel like that movie sucks. Mostly because I've never heard of it. All right. I think we have to go with Dolores Claiborne.
Okay.
I think we have to. We have to put this full circle. We just have to wrap this up. And then the week after that, are we doing The Long Walk?
Well, that's what's so funny is that came to me today. I was like, we have like 6 weeks of episodes for Stephen King.
I know.
Because we were going to do The Long Walk or make remake, whatever you call that.
Well, one of those will be Patreon exclusive. That's what we'll do.
Okay. We'll decide which one's better.
Yeah. So, yeah, those 2 episodes are coming up. One of them will be on Patreon only. Patreon.com/IHateHorror. Stickers every month or 2. Trying to get those out. Those are fun. Join us over there. I am going to be bringing back some of the live video things, and I am obviously clearly going to play the Dark Half video game. I need to put that on my to-do list immediately.
I want you and Cognetti to play the Dark Half video game together.
Oh, that would actually be kind of funny.
He's like,
what if I just got like blackout drunk during it?
Dude, you and Cognetti getting drunk, playing the dark half game would heal this nation, I think.
I think it would. I think it would. All right. So Dolores Claiborne, which I will forget, and then Running Man and Salem's Lot, the remake in 2024.
Okay.
That's it. All right, everyone. Thank you all so much. Join us next week. And for Freak On. Freak Off. And for Lexi, this is Sean. Stay Hollyweird, baby.
Raw American. This place is desperate. Maybe.